right, super excited. The live is almost set up. We are done and we're recording live. So I'm super excited. Once again, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Dustin Schaefer. I've been with Prove It for really since the launch of online sales and launching the first ever drinkable ketones, which we're going to talk about, and the first ever company in the community-based marketing space that's disrupted and changed the way the industry is being done. And I can't wait to share with you today. And so as we get started here, we're going to, I'm going to have a few guests, a few people from that I just got to meet more recently, from the UK and from Scotland. Is it okay to say UK and Scotland is like the two separate places? Is that appropriate? I just want to make sure, Kim, that I don't mess this up. I know Sarah's from Scotland. But I want to take you all through a little bit of a journey. I introduced myself again. I've been with Prove It from the very beginning. I was very new to this industry. I did know a lot about ketones and ketoses, and so England. I got to use the word England, not the UK. So I'm going to learn these as we expand, and I get to know you all a lot better. But before Prove It, I was doing the ketogenic diet because I needed to get my health back. And I was, it wasn't necessarily a fun thing, but that's how I lived. I lived through doing a strict diet all the time. My wife and I were not on the same page with that diet, but she didn't know that I needed ketones in my system to live better. At the same time, I was struggling because I was financially stressed to the gills. My wife and I tried to do our honeymoon. Had no fun because I was worried about how much money we're spending. And I promised her that I would do something about it. And it took me 3 years to finally find something that I could fall in love with, that I could stand behind, and that could help change a lot of people's lives while I could financially live a better life. And since then, we've been very blessed to now have 4 kids. We had 0 when we started. Now we have 4 kids. We've taken them around the world. We've been able to move to our hometown where we want to raise our children, with the house that we want to live in, and live the life that we want to live, and take off some of those burdens that we were dealing with for so many years. And so I'm going to introduce you all to Prove It, and I'm going to introduce you to a couple good friends of mine out there across the pond that have had an experience with Prove It and ketones, as they've been part of our community behind the scenes, getting ready for this day to help us expand so that you guys can be a part of this big mission and this big change. So I'm going to share my screen here for a second, and I'm going to take you through a little bit of a journey with the Prove It community, and I'm going to share a couple stories for you all so you can get an understanding of who Prove It is and how it can make a big impact, and how you could play a role in helping us expand. So with that said and done, it's really exciting that we get to share this with you all. So when you start looking at the world today, and I will talk about our product here in just a moment, but when you start looking at the world today that we live in this world where people are struggling. It's not uncommon for you to see people that are they're surviving in their day. If you meet somebody that has really good energy, that looks good, feels good, and is happy all the time, or most of the time, you almost think they're on some kind of drug. You're like, what's wrong with that person? And the reality is that we've gotten so far away from just really natural health and wellness that it's normal to be unhealthy. It's normal to be unhappy. It's normal to feel bad. It's normal to be overweight. It's normal to be tired. It's normal. That's normal. And Prove It is a company that's ready to change normal. And so when you start thinking about in your life right now, how many people do you know that have low energy, foggy brains, they're tired, they're overweight, they're struggling, and they don't really have an option. They don't know where to go. And they spend all this money on these different products or programs that have never gotten them free of it all. And so what's really exciting about Prove It is our goal is to help people become free of these struggles that they're going through. And so in the chat, if you don't mind, put down, like I said earlier, put down your benefit. What's some of the benefits that you've gotten from being part of this Prove It community, and being part of our programs and utilizing our products? And I'd love for you, if you're new, to read some of these chats, because it's pretty remarkable, the power behind what we're going to do and what I'm going to share with you. And so when you start implementing ketones in a community of people that are striving for better, you're going to see increased energy, increased mental clarity, performance, athletic performance, and just performance in your life. You're going to see better mood and better sleep. You're going to see fat burning. We all want to become better fat burner, and then ultimately better at aging, because as we know, if things aren't great now in our health, they don't magically get better later unless we apply and do the right things today. And that's what ketones are going to do. And that's what Prove It is here to do for you as we expand further out. And a few things, kind of like a little science behind what ketones are and why this product matters, which I am going to talk more about. When we start looking at nutrition, and we have really 3 forms of energy that we get from our food. One of them is carbohydrates, one of them is protein, and one of them is fat. And one of the biggest challenges that we have in everywhere in the world, now this isn't just an American problem, which I always thought it was just an American problem. And then I went to Europe, I went to the UK, and I realized it's a world problem, is that people are eating these types of foods and they're not getting the energy from it. They're basically surviving and then they're not thriving off these foods. And although we encourage people, we want to teach people how to eat higher quality foods, we also want them to understand that, are these carbs and sugars serving them? Are you getting enough protein? What kind of fats should you eat? And are they serving you for your long-term goals? Or are they just delicious and you just want to eat them and you don't really care? So what we've done is said, hey, listen, how do we make it easier for people to get the results they're looking for? And that's when we introduced ketones. So a little backstory on these products, which I'm going to, like I said, share a little bit more about here in a second. So ketones are a signaling molecule. Basically, they're a form of fuel that your body can use no matter what kind of life you're going through. No matter if you're struggling with your health, no matter if you're a world-class athlete, ketones are designed to help enhance your body, enhance your brain, enhance your muscle system. Now, you can produce these on your own if you do a strict ketogenic diet. So just for fun in the chat, who's done either a ketogenic diet or an extremely low-carb diet? Who's done that before? And who was able to stay extremely strict, low carb or keto for more than 6 months? And if you are, I want you to put, I can do it in the chat. If you cannot do it, I want you to put, I'm not able to do that. Because the only way to produce this magical signaling molecule, this magical energy, is to be perfect on a low carb ketogenic diet. 100% perfect, meaning you can't wiggle one bit. You have to be perfect. And I'm saying 6 months worth. The other way of doing this is to be able to shake up a powder in a shaker bottle that's all natural, bioidentical, and that will produce ketones in your system and give you elevated ketone levels in 1 hour. So that's the alternative, a strict diet or drinking ketones. And what we found over the last 8 years is that people that consume and drink ketones, they get the same benefits of doing this ketogenic diet without being strict in the diet. They get the energy, they get the focus, they get the mood, they get the mental clarity, they get the better athletic performance, the better sleep, and of course, the better aging. And this is introducing the first and only natural bioidentical pure therapeutic ketone supplement in the world. For me, I was a guy that was doing the ketogenic diet. For me, this is the invention of the airplane. Could you imagine right now that if you're in England and you had to get to America and you had to take a boat with oars and you had to row yourself across the ocean? That's what it's like to do the ketogenic diet for the rest of your life. It's basically impossible. Everybody quits and they go back to shore. So we introduced ketones for the first time 8 years ago. When we introduced this product, it's like when the airplane was invented and you could fly to New York from England. That's how special this product is. So for people that are looking for better health and better life and better quality of life, this is a product that's a shortcut. Does it mean that they don't need to do more? Yes, we're going to encourage more things than just drink our product, but it all starts with drinking ketones first. We also have some really cool programs like the iFast program, which we'll be introducing over there in greater ways as we expand further. But we have other programs that are included with this. That's just one product, but we also want to give you plans and programs to help you get the maximum results and the maximum return on your investment and investing in your own health. We have these really cool bundles, but before we do that, I'm going to come back to those bundles. What I want to do is I want to share a couple stories, and then we're going to come back to those other bundles. So Miss Kim, I would love for you. I get to spend time with
Oh, you hear
Kim,
me?
I think I'm going to go to Sarah.
Okay. All
right. So Miss Kim, or Miss Sarah, I would love to hear your product story and how, and Kim, if you could just get some earbuds and put in, that will deflect the reverb probably. But Sarah, I got to spend some time with Sarah. Sarah flew from Scotland all the way over to Louisville, Kentucky to spend a few days with us last week because she sees the power of what we're doing. And so I just wanted her to come on and maybe share a few words of how this product and how ketones impacted your life.
Yeah, of course, I would love to. And hi, everybody, I'm Sarah. Like Dustin said, I had the absolute pleasure of being over in America and meeting him and so many more of the pioneers over there. But before Prove It, I was amidst a global pandemic, living in survival mode. And as a new mum of two who was running on autopilot, what initially started out as me looking for something to give me more energy and then potentially some fat loss turned out to be the most phenomenal journey of self-development discovery and growth. And since Prove It, I've had my eyes open to the world of possibilities, and I've had the realisation that my potential is unlimited, that not only have I lost 3 stone since I started drinking ketones, but my confidence has completely transformed, and I show up as the mum and friend and wife that I knew I always could be. I've now got so much more ambition, and my willingness to succeed, paired with my personal alignment with Prove It's mission to make people better. I know that as we lead this global expansion, we're about to transform people's lives in a way that we cannot even begin to imagine. And like Mon had said in the chat as well, I've gone from surviving to thriving. And my little catch line is that I have since found my sparkle. And for that, I'll be forever grateful.
Aw, it makes us so happy. And I just got to say, it was great spending time with you, and what you see in this, you know, as we do this, and we've been doing this for 8 years in the States, when you see somebody in their 60s start to live their life again, when you see somebody in their 20s finding their way, or everything in between, you know, we have lots of moms and dads that are, you know, basically surviving through their days. I have 4 kids at home, so I get it can get busy and crazy. And you wake up one day, you're overweight, you're tired, and you just don't know where to begin and where to start. And so one of the things you had said about our community is that you grew, you got healthier. The product was a catalyst to help you do that. But then you also were able to start to take the other initiatives to be part of a better you for your parents, or for your kids as a parent. So thank you so much for sharing that. I truly appreciate that. We're going to kick back over to Kim and see if she's still in her reverb of her.
Can you hear me? Can you hear
there
me?
she is. All right, Kim, I'd love for you to share just a brief moment. What have ketones done for you, and why are you so excited about them?
Okay, so I started drinking ketones back in 2020. I was at a real low point in my life. I just lost my mum. I was obviously in a very low mood. I was facing huge challenges and suffering with severe brain fog. When I was introduced to ketones, being the skeptic that I usually am, I didn't hold up much hope, but I gave them a go, and my goodness, I was so wrong. By day 4, not only had my brain fog improved, it had totally vanished. And for me, that was totally life-changing enough, you know. Then when the business side got mentioned, which, by the way, I had absolutely no idea there was even a business side, for me, it was just like a no-brainer, because if it can help me the way it has, then it can help thousands of people. And I just wanted in. So since being in the business side, I cannot tell you what it's done in terms of self-growth. I am a different person to what I was 3 years ago. I barely recognize her, thank goodness. And, you know, everything. I literally come back from the weekend, spending it with Dustin in Kentucky, and Prove It always gave me that belief in myself. But now my vision is so much bigger. And not only am I the happy, healthier version of myself, I have full belief in myself. And I see myself now as this inspired, relentless business builder that is going to go to a whole new level, you know. And now I will do what it takes. I have the opportunity there to go and change mine and my kids' future forever. Before, it used to be a dream. Now I've got the opportunity, and now it will be my own outcome. And now we've got these 14 countries opening, which is special. I'm going to make damn sure that at least one of them is under me. That is a goal. So seriously, if you've got like huge visions or goals, just like I have, it's here in front of you. Just like, go for it.
Oh, that's so amazing. I'm going to go back to the slide deck here. And like I said, this is the first time this has been shown globally in the world. So you're all very fortunate to get to see this. And so I'm going to go back one step. We have really cool programs. This is for customers. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit about our path. And we want to really, truly meet people where they're at, because we know that not everybody is maybe an entrepreneur or wants to financially really change their life. Right now, maybe they need to take care of themselves. So we have a really cool VIP program. As a customer, you can earn some really cool incentives and some great discounts on our product for being committed to your health journey, for committing to your journey. But what we decided is that, you know, when people want to commit to better health, what we know that if they commit to three consecutive months, we're going to give them some additional bonuses. And these are customers. We want to make sure that customers are served. As a Prove It community, this isn't just about, hey, join a business. We're going to talk about the income potential here. but it's really about how do we have a product that can serve the masses, that can help people transcend their life. At the same time, how can we create a residual income stream if you choose to want to do that? So if you're watching this right now, you're like, listen, I'm just committed to becoming the best version of myself. I need to take care of me first. If you're that person right now that needs to focus on yourself, the VIP program and the VIP Plus program is the place that you're going to want to be. But there's one more step beyond that. And so if you're a customer right now and you're just like, hey, I just want to learn more about the product, I need to try this product. It's simple. It's a powder you mix in water. You guys can't even see me. Can you see me? Or you only can see the screen? Oh, you can see me. Oh, good thing I didn't pick my nose or anything. That'd been bad. I didn't think you could see me, but it's simple. These are drinkable ketones. These are bioidentical, pure therapeutic ketones. I like it on ice. I know not everybody likes ice. That's fine. You can drink it warm. I put it in a shaker bottle, drink it down 30 minutes. I drink 1 to 2 a day. And that's what I've been doing for 8 years. Now, over the last 8 years, as a customer, you can participate in our programs. We have some really cool fasting programs. We have a lot of techniques, and we teach people how to grow more than just drink a product. But what else can you do to participate in your health and in your life so that you can become a better parent? You can become a better you, a better version of yourself, so you can age well. I always ask people, if you really want to understand who Prove It is, look around your community. Look around your community and ask yourself, is that who I want to become, or is that who I am? And if the answer is yes, awesome, you're in a great place. If the answer is no, then find a community that is going to improve your life. And that's what I think Sarah and Kim had found here when they came to the States, is they realized more than ever that these are the people I want to spend time with, and I want to take back to my country so that I can help it expand further. And that's like the best gift that we can give as a company, and we can make an impact in the world. So I am going to transition right now. And thanks for letting me. So far, everybody liking the slideshow, the little slide. This is not normal for us. If you're brand new and you're watching this, you're like, this is the first time we've ever done this ever. You're kind of getting a little treat here, and we will fine tune this. I promise you, as we go along. But I'm going to transition to more about who Prove It is and ways that you can participate as we do this expansion globally. And so with that said, I'm gonna have a video. I want to share a video from our CEO, a good friend of mine, somebody that's taught me more than I can't even. I mean, I was a special forces military. I played high level athletics, and nobody has coached me, mentored me as much as he has to change my life and my family's life and my future. So if you're somebody that's looking to have a better life, to provide more, to do more, and to grow to your potential, I want you to listen to this video, because I think it'll touch you the same way it touched me. Oh, I'll get back to that one. Here we go. Ready? Can you see it? Can you hear it?
You're going to prove it. You're going to inspire the people to pursue better. Being here in San Francisco reminds me what the spirit of Silicon Valley is really about. Silicon Valley started right outside of the Golden Gate Bridge, where they developed the biggest innovation of its time, the first ship-to-shore radio. Billions and billions of dollars are invested right here in this area for entrepreneurs that are pursuing better. The only way to innovate, the only way to continue to grow markets, is to stretch boundaries, to see in the blue ocean where no one's had the courage to go before. And that's what we've done. We have developed a new market that wasn't there before, based on the spirit that was seated here. And that's the spirit of better. And introducing that technology was just the beginning of it. And so when you talk about innovation, you have to bring yourself to what's happened in the last 2 decades right here. We will always be innovating. And when innovation happens, new markets are created, new economies. Uber created a new marketplace, and you do not want to be a taxi in an Uber economy. Just like you didn't want to be Blockbuster when Netflix created a brand new economy. That's what we're doing at Prove It. We're doing it to prove it, to pursue better, but to inspire on innovation. Everyone can innovate, simply bringing additional value to others into the world. And when you talk about innovation, you can't live off Facebook. Being here in Silicon Valley, we had to come by Facebook. So we're sitting here in one hacker's way. You know, when you think about hacking and the whole term of hacking, I think it represents what Facebook did. Facebook created a platform to allow people to connect quicker and easier than ever before. And that's what we've done at Prove It. You know, we have created a way to hack into your body's own operating system to allow your body to work more effective and efficiently than it ever has before. Innovation, remember, leads to better. So whatever it is, we have to continue to pursue better. You know, being around all of this innovation and the history of what Silicon Valley brings, it makes me realize, what do all these companies have in common? The companies that have created this new economy that we're all participating in, they all had a team of people committed to pursuing better. And we right now are at the genesis of a brand new market. We've created it. We championed the ketone conversation, all in the pursuit of better. Our vision and mission is very simple: to challenge the status quo and to introduce evidence-based products and programs that can help people become the best versions of themselves. You have the ability to be a part of history. Our differentiator is very simple. It's you. It's our community that can help educate and bring new awareness to the world and give people the ability to capitalize off the value that they're bringing to others. That's what innovation is about. That's what Prove It's about. Whatever your goals are, whatever your dreams are, pursue them with reckless abandon and prove it every single day.
For some of you, like you see the provers that have been with us and helping us underground bring this to the world. They're all like super excited when they see that message. And I can promise you this: over the last 8 years, that has been the message. Is we disrupted supplementation, we're disrupting the way of education, and we're disrupting the way of community-based marketing and bringing really cool programs to the world. And so I'm super excited for you to be on here and just to listen to this last portion. And as you can see, we have customers. We enjoy and love our customers. We look at customers as just as much part of our community as people that are promoting our product for an extra additional income. Because the reality is, a lot of our promoters were customers. And a lot of our customers need people to surround them. But we also have our VIP customers. Those are the people that are truly committed to their journey of pursuing better for their own health and their own vitality. And then, of course, we have our promoters. And our promoters are individuals that are looking at not only to amplify their own health. And we do find that promoters tend to get healthier more because they're more invested, because they're willing to share. They take a higher responsibility for themselves. So I'm going to take you through a little bit of some promoter stuff. This is exciting for all you people that have been with us for a little while. Please enjoy what you're about to see, because this is really exciting when I got to go through it. So, all right, here we go. So big thing I want everybody just to be aware of is our mission is, from Prove It side of thing, our mission is to inspire people to be better. A lot of times people go, it's the sales, it's about marketing, it's all these other things. And those are factors in what we do. But if you want to pursue and want to make a big impact in your life, you have to pursue better. Have a goal. Let's set a goal, and then we're going to teach you on how to accomplish it. We have headquarters in Dallas, Texas, and Louisville, Kentucky. We're vertically integrated, so that means we have a lot of control, and we're able to expand faster because of the way we're integrated. We've done over $2 billion in sales, but guess how much we've done where you live? Very little. And that to me should be exciting for you if you want to help play a role here, because we've already proven that the product's amazing. We've already proven that the model works. Now it's about finding the right team of people that want to help us expand. And then when it comes to a category, when you bring a new product to the world, so I want you to think back for a second. Protein came to the world around 1948. 1948. It took 50 years for protein shakes to become normal. And it took another 15 years after that for it to become accepted. Meaning in the 1990s, people go, oh, protein shakes. It became normal, meaning like people didn't think you were weird if you had one. Does this make sense to everybody? Like wasn't weird in 1990 to have a protein shake. In 1980s, it was weird. You had to be like a fitness person to have a protein shake, right? But the 1990s is like, oh, it's not weird. And then in the 2000s is when it finally was like, hey, I'm going to go have a protein shake. And it was completely acceptable. So we have created a category, and when you look at ketones, they're way more powerful than protein shakes ever will be to the human body. And we're only been around for 8 years. So if that doesn't excite you, it excites me because it shows us the future of what's possible. If you're an entrepreneur and if you're looking to improve income and you want to help us expand, this is a huge opportunity for all of us to bring this technology to the world that's already been proven over the last 8 years to work, which to me is extremely exciting. So our model is very simple. It's community-based marketing. We fall under the umbrella of network marketing. And so this is something that some people maybe haven't had a past experience on. Some people maybe have never done it before. I've never done community-based marketing before before Prove It. So I was new to it. I was excited. I wanted to learn all about it. Some people have been doing it before, but I always want to remind people, if you understand the network marketing or community-based marketing space, billions and billions of dollars of products are sold all throughout the UK, all throughout the EU right now, every year. And these products are products that I'm not personally using. And my point to is that this model is well established, is well understood. If you treat it as what it is, a business that you can grow and expand with. And so we're going to do it differently. Why we call it community-based marketing? Because we really want to make it about a community. We don't want to make it about just the sales. How much product did you sell? How much product did you sell? How much product did you sell? Yes, we're going to share products. We're going to expand products. But we really want to expand and grow people, because when you do that, it never ends. It only grows bigger and bigger and bigger. So our idea is instead of paying retailers and paying advertisement all over the world, we're going to utilize the power of voice, the power of social media, the power of influence that you already have. And then we're going to, in return, help you expand and share that throughout your city, your country, and the world, so that you can ultimately drive and create a long-term residual income stream for yourself. All right, I'm actually reading, so be careful. This is one of my favorite slides. And so this slide here, we have two categories. I would say we have three categories of people. We have our customer base, our VIPs, right? We have our part-time. I started at this part-time. I didn't first off think it was possible to grow a full-time income here. I had no idea. So I was somebody that looked at this part-time. I'm going to do this part-time throughout my day. I was not in my nicks and crannies. I scheduled out in my day-to-day, my weeks, I scheduled out time that I could work and build my business. And I had to learn the business because I'd never done this before. So I had to learn it all from scratch. The good news is at least we had products and systems in place so I could learn it. And I didn't have to learn how to ship products because it was all done for me. But then you can evolve that. I evolved that into a full-time position, where I started learning how to build teams, how to expand, how to learn how to talk like I am today. I had to practice that over not just months, but years. But I was able to earn part-time a strong residual income because I was able to follow the system and follow the program in hand. So if you're thinking right now, I'm watching this like, I don't have time to do this, that's okay. As long as you're willing to schedule time in your weeks and in your days, you can build this business if you're focused on the right activity. And we're going to teach you how to do that. And then we want you to evolve to a full-time, but maybe you love your job and you don't want to quit. That's okay. You don't have to. You can do this part-time. I like to say this: if you're somebody that's already working right now, your full-time job pays your bills, right? Prove It is going to create your future and create your fortune and create the things that you want in your life that you can't have with your full-time job. For me, I didn't have time. With my full-time job, I realized I was always going to miss my kids' baseball games. I was always going to miss the school events. And for me, I didn't have a father growing up, and that wasn't going to work for me. I had to find a way to make extra money. So I took Prove It more serious when I realized I could actually transition out of my job, do this full time, and actually participate in my kids' life to the way that I really wanted to, and not just the way I thought about doing it. So now I've been fortunate to do that. I hope you can too. All right. So it's funny. I want to ask questions. I feel like I'm just a talking head. So you guys, this is our first time ever doing this. And so we're going to have some fun with it. So to not get too involved in here, but this is something we're going to teach you. If you're going to get joining with us, what we know is most people aren't good at sales. Most people don't even understand marketing. And what we learned is you don't have to, but what you need to do is learn how to share in an appropriate manner. We call it curiosity marketing. So if you're on social media, we teach you how to post in a way where people ask you questions, where you're not trying to sell them the product, you're trying to share them with a way that you can pique their curiosity so that they can come to you, and then you can look at inviting them to a call like this to answer the questions for them. So it's really simple. It's about connecting with people. Right now, if you're somebody that's looking at this as a business, if you wrote down, how many people do you know right now that need energy, focus, mood, sleep, or fat loss? I bet you could write down 50 people. So right off the top, that's 50 people that we're able to present this to. What we're going to do is teach you how to talk to those 50 people where you don't feel like you're selling them, but you're genuinely sharing something that could change their life and will change their life forever. So that's our strategies here, is to teach you how to do that in multifacets. Maybe you're somebody that wants to learn how to leverage social media to build a long-term income. It might take some time to build that ability to do that, but we can do that with time. We can teach Sarah how to be a ninja on social media, and she can now talk to her local environment while she's expanding into, Eastern Europe, because we're opening there, we're expanding there. And that's what's cool about this is you have a lot of avenues, which we didn't have 10 years ago that we have today to help you build the business. Even if you have no skill sets and never done it before, and you just have a desire for better in your life, we'll teach you the systems. I'm going to come back to that one. All right. So this is the fun one. And this is for even all you promoters that have been with us and helping us in the pre-launch. I wanted to share this with you all. So this is an example. When you come in and join our business, we have a really simple system to follow. We call it the MVP roadmap. You don't need to know this, but it's really simple. Our goal when you first get started for the first 3 months and further on is our goal is to get 3 customers and 2 promoters. 3 customers and 2 promoters. The promoters buy a bundle, a product that they have access to, and then the 3 customers will buy whatever program they're ready to get started with. It might be trying ketones, or it might be more than that. And what's great about that is if you're a promoter right now in the first month or the first week, you can do this in 1 week if you want to go fast. You'll make $950 US, just like that. And that's cycle 1. Cycle 2, you just do it again. Go get 3 more customers and 2 more promoters. And then we'll help our promoters do the same thing that you just did. You get $2,100, just like that. And you can do that in a week. You can do that in 2 weeks, right? So you can do it as fast as you can. You have 30 days once you hit the cycle, but you can do it faster than 30 days each cycle if you would like to. And then cycle 3, you just do the same thing again. 2 more promoters, 3 more customers. Help your promoters do the same thing that you just did, and that's $4,200. And so this is the beginning of your business. We call this the launch phase. This is when you want to take off. We want to get you going in the right direction. And then what's really exciting about this is every single promoter you bring in, we want to teach them the same thing. We want to help them do the same thing. And that creates speed. Of course, along the way, we're going to do trainings and mentorship to help teach you the skill sets. But we also want to make sure we take care of your customers so that they get the best experience on the product. And the reason why is a lot of customers ultimately become promoters, or they become customers that are sharing, and they're sharing more product, which ultimately is going to serve you and increase your commissions. Now, the next step from there, once you finish your cycle, is we want to do this. We want to go for the all-star bonus. And the all-star bonus is helping 4 of your promoters hit MVP. And if you do that, you can earn up to a $10,000 total collective bonus in your first 120 days. You can even do it faster than that. Yes, you can do it in 30 days if you're ambitious. So what I did is, this is what my focus was. When I got started, I said, okay, what's my step 1? I'm going to go do that. What's my step 2? I'm going to go do that. What's my step 3? I'm going to go do that. What's my step 4? I'm going to go do that. But then I was like, what do you do next? What happens next? And I thought this is really exciting. So all you promoters, get ready for this. This is what happens next. We have a really cool car program. So if you want to earn $800 US towards your car, all you're going to do is you're going to go help your other promoters do the same thing you just did. Now you're starting to become a leader. You're starting to develop people. So you're going to help the same people, and you're going to help 15 people go out and change their lives. You're going to help 15 people go out and create an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month. And what we're going to do is we're going to help you earn those commissions, and we're going to help you earn a free car with Prove It. The car's not free. You have to pay for the car. We're going to reimburse you with our credits so that you can get up to $800 of your car bonus paid for. There is parameters around that. You'll have to search that. We'll send you sheets when you get to that. When you get to rank 4, we'll make sure you get the car bonus sheet so you know what it takes for you to earn your free car. And guess what? At a champion at rank 6 in our company, your average income is $46,000. Now, my goal for you is to do this on part-time. This is part-time income. This is part-time. This is you doing this part-time right now. This isn't you doing full-time. This is you on the side. You're making some extra cash, making an extra $46,000. That's the average, just so you know. There's people that make more than that. There's people that make less than that too. That's the average at rank 6. And you get that $800 car bonus. But if you want to take it further and you're looking to do what I did, is go, hey, I want to make this full-time. I want to make this a permanent thing in my life so I can spend more time with my kids or bring my wife home, which is what we did. You want to become a pro champ. And a pro champ is we're going to help 50 people. 50 might seem like a lot at first, but ultimately it's not, because what did you do? You brought in promoters that are sharing it. You have customers that are sharing it. And ultimately it's helping 50 people expand their ability to earn their $1,000, $2,000, maybe $3,000, or hit rank 6. The average income is $83,000. For some of you, that's maybe full-time income. If that's full-time income for any of you, let me know. Give me some jazz hands. Is that full-time income? That's pretty cool. And yes, you can do that right here. And this is available. There's people on this call right now that have hit this number and further. But some of you have like bigger visions like me, and you want to go, how do I go further? How do I go higher? Anybody want to go more? Anybody want to see the next step? Okay. I thought this was cool. So we have our R8, rank 8. Rank 8 is the average income for rank 8 is $245,000. Yes, you still get the car bonus. You already got that. You got access to ownership bonuses, actually at rank 7 and rank 8. You get access to ownership, meaning you get a bonus of the overall sales of the entire company each quarter. So there's an opportunity here. Now, the difference between rank 8 and rank 6 or earlier ranks is that we're now leading. You're becoming a team leader. Guess what? That's going to take time. We're going to teach you. We're going to have events that teach you leadership skills so that you can expand and teach other people how to expand also. And of course, there's a little bit more. So rank 9, 319,000 is the average income for rank 9. Now, I think most of you all can get down with that, right? Can you be like, I can do that? Like, that's my jam. That's where I want to be. And the only thing you're doing is leading at a higher level. You stay active yourself. You're still bringing in people. You're still helping people go MVP. You're still helping your customers get a good experience. Now you're just going to lead people. Maybe you're helping us expand in other parts of Europe because you want to expand, or other parts of England because you want to expand your touch. You want to make a bigger impact in the world. And of course, there's one more. And that's Pro Champ 10. That's $728,000 a year. That's the average. I'm just going to say there's people making millions. There's people making less than that. That's the average at Pro Champ 10, making $728,000 a year, which I'm pretty sure all of us could say that'd be good little income to have. An extra $65,000 a month does not suck. And yes, you are also included in the ownership pools of the entire company. So you want the company to grow as you're growing. So just to show you how much this is possible, what is truly possible here is for everybody. We want people to feel like you can be a customer. We want people that you can be a VIP customer. We want people to say, I can do this part-time and I'm going to be learning how to do this. And we want people to know that they can do more than that. If their desire is willing to and wanting to do that, and they're willing to plug into our coaching and training, this is all possible because it's all been done before. We've already proven that over the last 8 years, and it's right now. Some people say you have to get in early. Well, it's nice to get in early in countries that were just opening, but it's also nice to learn from people that have already done it because you can outgrow even me. And I've been doing this for 8 years, which is, to me, very exciting. And the last thing I'm going to touch on before we wrap this up is this, and I got one more story I'm going to share here, is that when you start looking at Prove It, it's more than a ketone company. A lot of time, last 8 years, a lot of people think that we talk about we're a ketone company, and the reality is we're not. We are a company that is about pursuing better. We want people to live better. Ultimately, if you want to be around a long time, make an impact on a lot of lives. And we have tools. This is a tool. Ketones are the state-of-the-art supplement in the world, but we're going to continuously be innovating over the next, what's new in the next 5 years that we get to bring to the world. And you're going to have access to, you're going to have firsthand access to that. So Prove It is a company that's about inspiring people to be better. And if you come to one of our events, you'll see that very quickly. How much did we talk about ketones, Sarah? We didn't talk a lot about ketones. We already know the product works. We already know the science behind that. We do have education events, by the way, for ketones and for anti-aging and health benefits, because we believe in that too. But we ultimately want to provide systems and programs and events for you to help change your life, to truly step into your greatness, to have the life that you deserve and that you've always wanted. And that's who Prove It is. And that's why we're looking, as we expand into the European countries and into the UK, we're looking for the right people to partner up with through this journey, because we're going to need that to expand quickly. I do have one more story I want to share, and then I'm going to get off the slideshow and just talk to y'all for a second. So Mike, if you don't mind, could you hop on and just give a taste of who you are, but more importantly, can you give us a taste of why Prove It? Why Prove It? Why now? Why are you part of this community, and why are you so excited about it?
Because I love it. So hi everybody, I'm Mike. If you haven't met me, I've been involved drinking delicious ketones for about 3 years and sharing them as far and wide and shouting them as loud as possible for about 2 years-ish. And for me, Prove It, I was running a successful event business that I've been growing for over a decade. We took it without investment, grassroots UK business, to 10 million a year turnover, multiple offices, huge payroll, doing European events. And I was away doing concurrent project management work. If I wasn't driving a lorry or pushing a forklift truck out of a muddy field. I was trying to deliver 15,000 mojitos within an hour repeatedly. There isn't anything I don't know about event production. However, the bad things with event production are they take you away from your home. And I knew I needed to get into something else. And for me, when I hit around 2018, 2019, I had this burning desire to carry on my desire to sort of help people. And I set up a meal prep company. And during the pandemic, when the event business went down, I was fortunate enough to really develop my meal prep company. And we really focused on delivering fresh meals to people who needed it. We did it at a charitable rate, and it was a non-for-profit business. It's the type of person I am. I don't sit down very easily. When people tell me I can't put on a party for people, I went off and did something else. And I really fell in love with a lot more of a health and nutritious style of delivery. Now, during that process, one of the guys introduced me, who I was involved with, he introduced me to ketones. He said, I don't know all about this product, but this is something that I know suits what you are trying to do. And I thought, great, ketones, they'll work alongside a meal prep company. The reality here is that the product and the business, both independently, are a catalyst for change. What the product did for me, we can talk about, and some of you on here, familiar faces, will know my product story. But in terms of the business, I started to realize that there's a way to earn some commissions that doesn't take me away from home. There's a way to help people whilst I'm also present with my kids. I've got 3 beautiful kids. There's a way to earn some money and have a thriving business in helping people and do the school run. Something for, my eldest is 9, no school holidays, no school runs, up until I decided to make a commitment to myself that Prove It can deliver what my ambition is trying to tell me to do. And at the time, I had no idea the strength of what my ambition was going to grow for. And what Prove It has done in terms of the business, it has given me this catalyst for change that I didn't know was coming. It's managed to deliver that enthusiasm and that thirst for wanting to help people. And something I learned early on as far as business mentorship, if you really break down and try to think outside the box what your end goal is, throughout all my events business, the meal prep ventures and the various other projects I've been involved with, it's all about helping people. If you're in a position where you want to help people, this has everything tied up with systems and support to help people. And so the meals, I actually canceled the production and the prep kitchens for the meals because I realized in terms of a reward and a sort of challenge and reward ratio, Prove It was providing plenty of challenge and reward for me without taking me away from home. And so I have just been on this beautiful journey of personal development, of retuning those transferable skills into this business. And you get to spend your days chatting to people about how they can also, make this positive change in themselves. It's a beautiful thing to be part of. The fact that we're now at such an early stage of this expansion that's coming into Europe, we have a patented product, we have something that can't be copied, we have a thriving community of people who just naturally smile at you and talk about you and are genuinely interested in helping you get to where you want to be. And it's just infectious. And so for me, the business isn't complicated. It's talking to lovely people. It's developing yourself to become an even more lovelier person. And you've got a safe place, you've got a safe environment of people who get it. And the fact that these new European countries are coming on board, there is a phenomenal opportunity and it isn't to be sniffed at. I, for one, am not going to let it pass me by. I understand in terms of the ambition for growth that I have. And that is only accelerated by, the support that the business brings me. I could rabbit on, to be honest. I should probably stop, but I just love it. And because I love it, because it's simple, it makes me happy. It makes me a happier husband and a better dad in the morning. I'm not racing out to fight fires for a business that I only owned a partial share in. I'm accountable for my own actions. And, and everybody here has the power to unlock that within themselves. Like with this, they really do, genuinely.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it, Mike. Truly, truly, truly appreciate it. Very inspiring. And that's why I had him go last, because honestly, we're in a unique time right now. If you're somebody on here that is looking for more in your life, looking for better in your life, we have a unique opportunity to be the first to help us expand. We're up to 40 countries. I think it's I mean, I think it's 30 of them throughout Europe and the UK that are right now in the expansion period. And so you're pretty much the first learning about this. And it's what we want to do is find the right team of people that want to help us expand and that are willing to take advantage of the opportunity. Mike said something that was really special. It's about helping people. But the more people you help, the more you get returned, and the more that we'll take care of you. And so if you're looking at doing this and want to be part of our community, this is what I'm going to ask everybody to do is whoever invited you to this call, I want you to hit them back. And I want you, even if you've already helped us with the pre-launch, I want you to hit back whoever invited you. So Sarah, who invited you? I want you to hit them back and say, listen, let's sit down and have a real conversation, right? How do I improve my health? How can I build this as a business? And then I'm going to encourage you is once you get started, and most likely most of you are going to join us in the opportunity to help us expand, because I just know that's the way it's going to go at first, at least. Is what I want you to do is look at our different options. We have a couple different bundle packs that gives you some product that you can utilize for trials, and we have strategies on how to use that. But I would tell you is that it's not a $10,000, it's not a $20,000, it's not a $30,000 investment, or pounds or whatever, or euros. This is not that kind of investment. What we're going to do is we want to meet you where you're at. We don't want you to have to break your bank to join and develop a business. We want to give you an opportunity to expand and help expand a product utilizing within your own means. And so find out each package that's available over there in the UK and the EU. I don't want to give a price because it's probably slightly different than the US. So I want you guys to get those prices specifically for you. But just remember though, you're not having to mortgage your house to start a business. And therefore you have all the upsides to do amazing things with us. So with that said and done, Mike, I truly appreciate it. Sarah, thank you so much. Kim, very, 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 thank you very much. And y'all, we're going to be doing more of these. On Tuesday night, we do have a training that we're going to be doing for just training strategies so people can learn the systems. And we have some videos being sent out to y'all soon. So just plug into those. And we'll see you all next week. Have an awesome weekend. Mike, truly appreciate it. Sarah, Kim, thank you very much. And everybody participating. Salute. Cheers, y'all.